ready to go, so we want to be ahead 30 before we start. So it'll probably be sometime in January.
How about we meet again though, Mike, in the next month or two? See how far we get, you know what I mean?
Yep. So you can see that we do have a lot on the stove.
Yeah, it just is I guess part of the piece is for outside people. We're not privy to that information. So here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us sitting in here. Out of how many in the district? And so they're not going to be privy to that information either. And
yeah, why is it only this amount of people? I mean, everyone else
know.
say they care. I mean, not saying they don't care.
I think that
it's
it
just,
is
where are they? You know,
great in a step that we're going. It just is, unfortunately for us in our district,
A daily at $1 short, right?
It is, and it's that analogy that you put down there. Like, we could be hell-bent straightforward, but we're on a sheet of ice going backwards.
Well,
And
I had to make a decision. I didn't have to make a decision, but I chose to make a decision a short time ago as to how I was going to proceed. Because in all honesty, I'm collecting a pretty decent pension from the Commonwealth. I really don't have to be here. I'm here because I want to, because after I started working, I kind of recognized where the district is at. I thought maybe there's something I can do. And then it got to the point where I felt like I was getting beat up a little bit too badly, and I'm like, I don't need this. And then I thought, I don't want to cave into it either. And make a long story short, I'm really not ready to move on. So I made the decision to put myself out there, which is, and I think I've had conversations with everybody in this room at one point or another. And there's a few parents I've had conversations with that aren't here. I never pretended to have the answers. I never said I could fix anything, and I never lied to anybody. But what I did say was, I'm happy to do whatever it is that I can, and I'm happy to listen. So I did. I took, I don't want to say a risk, because I guess there was no repercussions, but I took the chance of kind of breaking through whatever barrier was there. And that's why I thought it was a great idea for me to be here tonight. And I'm hoping that we can start moving forward, because there's a lot of us in those buildings that really want to. And we have some really good ideas, and we got some really neat shit coming up, that if we can get traction and get it instituted.
We'll be closing in about 4 minutes, just here.
okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Rachel, I need
Yes.
to know quickly.
We've discovered, or I've learned, and I think the administration has too over the last couple of weeks, maybe the last 2 months, that we have issues that are a little bit more significant than maybe we realized before. So
I think any one of us could have told you
yeah.
that.
So I reached out to the Pennsylvania Human Relations Commission, and what they do is they have a training and education arm where they go out and they actually work with schools. They have programs specifically designed for schools. And I think the next in-service day for teachers is January 21st. And on January 21st, the Pennsylvania Human Relations Commission is going to come in, and they are going to do an hour and a half of in-service on how staff and faculty and school administration can deal with racial problems, tensions, throwing around of demeaning words, how to recognize it and how to deal with it.
I think some of your staff are also participating in that.
I think how to be sensitive to it too. The only organization I could think of that could really come in and do a good job was the PA Human Relations Commission. I talked to a woman there, and she was very eager to jump on board and help us. In addition to that, we're going to do hour and a half sessions with the students, but we have to figure out how to do it logistically, because high school and middle school are too big to do in one. So I think we figured that we're going to break it down into 4. We'll do half the high school, and half the middle school, and half the middle school. But then we have to work that time into the academic day, which is no easy task either.
Right.
Right.
But we do have the state involved. They are coming. We look forward to having them.
You'll
So
be here in more ways than one.
well, we're addressing the issues that we can address. So
And what's sad though about that is, again, it's a little too late for some of the students that have gone through it.
Right.
And it's affected them greatly.
Thank you.
And one of the moms just has come to the point where she's like, I just give up, there's nobody to argue it or to fix it or to talk to or get help.
Yeah.
So she throws
Well,
her hands up and that's it.
And the sad thing is, and I mean, the expectation, there's no silver bullet for any of us to fix anything. Like, there's nothing I could do to just make any of this stop.
No, I think
Well,
it-
absolutely not.
I wish
No.
there was, but the good news is, we recognize some issues, we're admitting that there's issues, and we're seeking outside help.
But
I hope that's.
you have to understand, and I'm not just talking administration, I'm talking some adults in that
Yeah, they
And
use the
school-
words too.
are using these words equally. And so if you got your teacher calling the student
Right.
names.
Well, I didn't hear of any such.
Or your
thing.
admin.
Well, I'm just telling you, and I have knowledge of this.
I would be horribly disappointed if that happened.
That is a major
It is
professionalism
happening.
issue.
What I
It
can
is
tell you is,
happening.
I didn't survive 25 years doing what I did by behaving like that, and speaking that way, because let me tell you something. My ass would have been canned.
You're right.
So it's.
Exactly.
Or playing with a dildo.
I grew up in an environment where that just doesn't
No,
happen.
I'm really more concerned about this whole, what I've been hearing,
Yeah,
and I'm like
Well,
devastated.
my point is, I don't take it lightly, so we're addressing it. You know, I found out about it, the admin found out about it, we made some
How
phone
did they
calls.
not know it? That's my question.
Dude,
How did they not see it?
I don't know what I don't know.
Well, and I think getting
Yeah, nobody ever
outside help.
graffitied the building where I said, oh crap, we have a problem.
Well, no,
It's all
but-
this. And it did
Right,
get back
but
to
you
me.
have,
Thank
what,
you.
a 95% white, and then the rest are the other little
That's
bitsies?
probably more than 95. Sorry you guys didn't get to see the rest
Yeah, I
of the
know.
presentation. It's being addressed. We recognize it and
I
it's
hope
being
it,
addressed.
yeah, because that's one that needs to be nipped immediately.
I know that.
And you need to look at your adult teachers in this.
I think where it all will come down is the professionalism, the climate, how the adults are treating students, how the students are treating adults, the whole entire process, because